Come here, sweetie. Doesn't she just look so pitiful? She's so short to the ground that it's actually more like a shovel than a cone. She just scoops stuff up with it. But how are you guys doing? Welcome back to the channel. Thursday afternoon, no work today. We didn't go to work because we've been taking care of Miss Sage. She was just really kind of out of yesterday, and after her surgery I was kind of scared to leave her. We got her spayed and she was just kind of scared to leave her home all day, so I stayed home and watched her, and haven't really done a lot today, so I figured I need to make a video. Actually, before we get into the video, let's show you guys what we got going on in the shop, what we're doing right now on the side for customer stuff. I'm not going to go into extreme detail with this stuff. I do want to at least fill you guys in on what we're doing. We got us some new lights for the shop area. These have like 4 bulbs in each one of them. They're actually really nice. A couple of them are pretty much just scrap, but I'm going to try to hang some of them up in here and get rid of my Rural King ones. The Rural King ones have been doing great, but those are going to look a lot better, and I'm actually going to put one of them in the office, which I'll show you guys in a second. The 7.3 that had gas put in it, we have the injectors pulled out. Injectors are out of it. Pretty easy to take the injectors out of these trucks. Just pop the valve covers off, and there's a bolt, some wiring, and you just kind of pop them out. We're going to be putting new glow plugs and having the injectors rebuilt to put in this thing, just because it kind of smoked really bad after it had gas ran through it. So as far as that goes, everything will be good to go once we get those put in. We have my buddy Branham's truck over here. This is a 09 Cummins. It was a automatic truck, had the 68 RFE in it, and we are actually swapping it to a manual transmission. So we have some of the parts came in today. This is our clutch hydraulics we're going to have to put in. Got upgraded hydraulics for it. We have a G56 we're going to be putting in that. The clutch should be here tomorrow. Me and Bailey are probably going to get going on that, but to switch everything over, basically, transmission, transfer case, engine adapter, the drive shafts are different length. We did a video on Bailey's truck, 6-speed swapping it, and we kind of went into a lot of detail in it, so I'll try to throw the link up here. If not, I'll put it in the comments or somewhere, so you guys can check it out and see what the overall entire process was. Now luckily on Branham's truck, we got the 6-speed swap from Jordan Jackson, and he sells them as an entire whole assembly. So when you buy a 6-speed swap, you get every little piece, and that's what's really nice about it, and it's worth spending the extra money to buy it that way. And Jordan he just does a really good job at you know, kind of taking everything apart very cleanly. He truly cares. He wants you to come back and buy parts from him again, so he does a really good job and makes it a really good process for us. So if you guys need his info for any kind of Dodge parts or anything, let me know. There's the 68 out of the truck. This transmission is less than a year old, but it's already sold. We already got the transfer case sold out of it. The office, I told you guys I was going to do a little update on the office, and I did work on it a little bit more. Got it all insulated in here. Any of you carpenters on here are going to tell me I did some of this stuff wrong. I know. I already know. If you guys are smart, you'll know what I did wrong with insulation. I didn't supposed to like fold this out for the moisture barrier to be 100%, and I put the window in over there, and it still needs to be framed in. It's just kind of hanging there. We got to frame it out a little bit, so it's not 100% done, but that's where we're at with the office. So we can finally get moved in here, and we can start doing our Cricut stuff, making shirts and stuff. But shut the door in here for now on that. Video today is about the Shorty and how much it cost to build this thing, and phone call incoming. Show you guys kind of how the window looks from the outside, and they're perfectly level. The boards, whoever sided this house put the board staggered so it looks like it's crooked, but it's perfectly level. So the reasoning behind wanting to put a window in there is technically I could make that a bedroom one day and increase the value of the house. So that was the reason behind that. That's why I put the window in before we did the drywall work. But anyways, guys, this video is about how much did it cost me to build this truck from start to finish. I'm gonna go through it with you guys. I'm not gonna beat around the bush. We're just gonna get right into it. I'm gonna tell you what it cost to build this truck. To start with, it is a 1998 Dodge Ram 1500. I drove this truck home with the V6 in it. I bought it exactly how the paint looks. I had to do zero body work to it, and it is a half ton. I get a lot of questions on that, on why did you build a half ton? I'll answer that question right now. The reason why I built a half ton is because if you do the 3/4 ton, you're gonna have to buy a short bed for it. You're gonna have to get it painted. You have to cut the frame, and you're gonna have to buy. Okay, think about if this truck was 3/4 ton 2-wheel drive. How much you guys think it would cost if it was a 3/4 ton 2-wheel drive long bed, and the condition that it's in right now? I guarantee you're gonna pay close to $10,000 for it. I guarantee it. At least in Indiana you are. Maybe not in the southern states where it's not really uncommon, but a truck this clean, you're gonna pay around 10 grand for. So I bought the truck as a half-ton 2-wheel drive V6, and I paid $2,500 for it. The truck came from Louisiana, but we'll go ahead and put it on here. Truck, $2,500. Okay, and then we had to put a motor in it. Obviously, it's got a 94, 95 12 valve motor. It's got in the mid 200,000 miles, I think. The motor, we basically bought, me and my brother, we both bought a truck and we parted it out, but the whole motor itself was around, we'll say $1,000. I paid $1,000 for the motor. Okay, we needed a transmission for it. It is running the 47RE with a fire punk anteater controller. These are super awesome. I've been pushing these a lot on the channel. It's not a paid advertisement or anything. I just truly love this product, and we love these things. These anteaters are freaking awesome, and it just basically makes it where you can easily run a 47 or 48 RE transmission in a truck, and all it needs is like power ground and the TPS, and that's it. Speed sensor plugs into a couple things. So the transmission, I built it out of spare parts I had laying around from other builds we've done, and Bailey's truck, Mason's truck, occasional customer stuff. We don't really do full trans builds in-house, but the transmission itself, I paid $300 for the core and just rebuilt it with used parts, put new clutches in it, stuff. Just a bone stock trans right now. And the fire punk anteater controller is like $850. $850. Okay. And the motor mounts and everything, all that stuff I was able to use from the donor truck, so all that was free. Let me look under the hood here and see what else we had to buy. We did a billet tappet cover. That was, I believe, $300. We'll just kind of do all the miscellaneous engine upgrades in one. So all new gaskets. It was like $150 for the gasket set. I'm gonna have to bring my board up here. I have to grab my board. It was a lot. Caitlin's gonna be mad that I have this out here, but it's the easiest way to do it. So start with the turbo setup, $600. Downpipe, $100 ish. These are two-ish prices. It's a 62, 65, 14 Smetting turbo. This is an awesome turbo. If you guys want to run one of these turbos, I actually have a discount code in the description of this video, and you guys can get 5% off these. I highly recommend them, and the quality and the price point that you can get one, I wouldn't go with anything else, and I will continue to run Smetting turbos. Air filter was free, got it. Tappet cover, it was $300. Injectors, I just changed the nozzles, 5x14 nozzles, say $150. $150. Delivery valves, governor springs, I think they were around $150. And this isn't stuff you have to do to get driving, guys. I'm just telling you guys what I have in this. We did the head studs from Exotic. They were willing to sponsor us and get us a set of head studs, but if you were going to buy them outright, I think they're like 280-ish, 250, 280. That's an ish price. That may be wrong. Head studs, and these are great head studs, guys, and you can't beat these things for the price of what you get. These things have been holding fine. I'm probably making around 400 horse in this thing, and they've been holding great so far. We had the head completely decked. They did a valve job on it, pressure checked it, put O-rings in it. That was $575. Head work, $575. Let's see, I think that's pretty much it as far as like direct engine stuff. Gaskets, I put those on there, didn't I? Gaskets, 150 for head gasket and everything else like that. Radiator, intercooler, all that stuff I got out of the swap truck, thankfully, so that didn't cost me anything. We'll say miscellaneous stuff like heater core hoses, AC stuff, miscellaneous nuts and bolts, we'll just say $100. We'll actually say 200 because I know that that number is probably higher than that, but I'm just trying to be realistic with you guys. Okay, now this is where it kind of got a little bit more expensive than if I wouldn't have done it this way, but the dash in this truck is obviously the new style dash. This is a half-year truck. This is the earlier one, so you get the 12-valve engine, but I wanted to have the new style dash. So to be able to buy everything and make all that work, it was, I think, $700 is what I paid for the 98 12-valve harness, PCM, dash harness, and dash. So 700. Wiring, we'll just say. Dash cover, I put a brand new dash cover on it. It's 300. Is running a PureFlow AirDog 165 4G. That'll run. Obviously, if you guys don't know, I work at AirDog, so I paid full price, $765. Is what the price on the AirDog kit would be. It's running a sump. It was I believe it was just 75 bucks on Amazon. We're gonna have to make a new line here. Start writing a little smaller. Battery, I'm not gonna count the battery. Battery was just there. Let's see here. I put a sport bumper on it. Sport front end was, I guess we can move this now. That's pretty much everything under the hood so far. I think to get this thing going, I don't really, just trying to think, guys, I don't want to forget anything. So we did our sport front end, headlights, sport front end. Was $200. Headlights and tail lights all together, I think I spent about $300 on them. The roll pan, I did get an already painted roll pan for this thing. I think it was like 125. $125 for that. It is running a little trans cooler right there that I mount inside the engine block. That was, I think it was like 200 by the time I bought all the lines and everything to run that. Wheels are Ultra Motorsports 20x10s with a 255 45/20. They are super dirty right now, so I apologize for that. But out the door, shipped to the house. I got these from Custom Offsets. I think they were 1,300. We'll just make it even 1,300 delivered and everything. 1,300. To get the drive shaft in this truck shortened 1 inch. Everything else bolted in, as far as the motor mounts, all that good stuff. It just all kind of bolted in. But the drive shaft, I did have to get it shortened, and I went ahead and put new U-joints in it, and it was $100 to get all that done. Shaft mod. The exhaust kit was $200. I just bought an eBay one. Didn't use half of it. I did put track bars on the truck. I had 150 in those. And I'm just trying to think, guys. There's so much. I really don't want to leave anything out in this video and then regret not putting it in here. As far as major expenses, that is, obviously. But I think I've pretty much covered all the parts I had to buy. No, see, I'm already forgetting. Coil springs. I took coil springs out of a 3/4 ton and they swapped directly into the 1/2 ton to account for the extra weight. This thing doesn't really bounce at all, hardly. Just about how a normal 3/4 ton would. They were $100. Coils, $100. And yeah, like I said, I think that's pretty much it. Let me see if I can think of anything else, and I'll get a total of what it costs to build my 12-valve regular cab short bed truck. All right, guys, I've thought about it some more, and I can't really think of anything else to add on as far as what it costs to build this thing. I came up with $11,670, but we all know how it goes when you're building stuff like this. I'm gonna have to add in my gas that I spent to go get parts and just miscellaneous stuff. So I'm automatically gonna add another $1,000. And any of you guys that have built a vehicle like this, you know that this is very realistic for me to add on. I'm gonna add $1,000 onto that, so we're gonna have a total of $12,670. So around 13 grand is what it costs out of my pocket to build this truck. So we'll just go ahead and erase that. So that right there is the total rough, very, very close out the door cost. What it costs to build this thing. I absolutely would definitely recommend, if you guys want to build something, this is something, I mean, building vehicles, it's really not cheap. Don't build one, but if you truly enjoy it, there's a lot of other worse stuff you could be spending your money on. And honestly, guys, I don't really feel like if I ever sell this truck one day, I will be at much of a loss. I very easily think I could get 12, 13 grand out of this thing. It is a completely rust-free truck, and it runs pretty good too. I'll grab you guys some time slips so you can see about what it did. The drag strip. This is from the other night whenever we went up to Muncie. I was doing 14s in the quarter, 9s and 9.2 in the 8th. I think the fastest one in the 8th. Here's a 9.1 in the 8th. 14 in the quarter. It's pretty much a 14-second truck right now, but there's definitely a lot more in it if we just go to a bigger injector and bump the timing up. So give you guys kind of a quick little run through what the times were on everything. Said I was going to show that to you in the last video and I didn't. So yeah, I mean, overall, I'm extremely happy with this build. I would for sure recommend to build another one. I get a ton of comments, messages, phone calls every day of people saying, you know, how much did it cost to build it? Do you think I should build one? Hopefully this answers some of your questions and can give you an idea of what you're getting into, kinda. So there she is, guys. Anyways, that is going to wrap up the end of this little video. Be sure to like and subscribe. Leave a comment down below. Leave a question, any questions you have about the truck, about previous builds in the past, about this truck in particular. Let's actually just go ahead and do a Q&A. I'll make a video after this one. If you guys have any questions about anything, it doesn't have to be strictly to this video. Leave a comment down below, and if I get enough of them, I will make a video. The next video I put out will be sitting down and answering those questions for you guys, just so we can kind of connect a little more and give you guys just a little better connection with the channel. You know, even if you have questions about Sage, this poor dog, she's just walking around scooping her head with her big cone on. But anyways, that's going to wrap it up, guys. Be sure to like and subscribe. Check out Dirty Diamond merchandise in the description below, and we'll see you guys on the next one.